Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Lauren Sizzle, and you are now tuned in to one of the hottest talk shows in the nation. We Talk Weekly's After the Talk.
I'm Classy Lady Sparkle. You want to binge listen to our shows? Follow the We Talk Weekly's podcast on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Spreaker.
What up, folks? It's your boy Charles Gregory. Make sure to follow us on all our socials at We Talk Weekly.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lily. So make sure you keep it locked to We Talk Weekly on 106.5 FM.
I'm ready.
All right, she ready, but I want to talk a little bit about this. I want to know what y'all think about this, right? So this was a post I seen on social media. I can't pull it up because this was just something I decided to just pull up real quick because I seen it earlier today. And it was a lot of conversation based around this. And what made me think about this was Alexa, right? Mm-hmm. So Alexa, a voice, right? A woman's voice, right?
Right.
All right, cool. So just to keep that in context, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was a post by a Brett Hill. He said, my wife made a point the other day that all of these devices with assistants, Alexa, Siri, etc., all come as women by default. So we're training a whole new generation to see women as staff. And I can't stop thinking about that. Now, that ruffled my feathers a little bit, but I want to know what y'all think. What is your take on Siri as being the premier voice, being women? Like the premier voice is women in the helper apps, you know, the assistant apps, so to speak. Is it training people to think of women as just the help? I'm just curious about that.
No, I think when I hear it, I think femininity. I think more of soothing. I think it's more of a guidance. When you think of guidance, you think motherly. So that's that. Did you get that? Did you hear me?
That's what I got.
Yeah. So I think it's more not like if you know the helpmate is the woman. Like she's the assistant. So I don't think of staff. No, I don't think of that. Yeah. No. Nah. Mm-mm.
I don't think that way either. Like I just think of like it's a pleasant voice and like you know right. A voice sounding like they want to help you. Any other time, I mean, like what other voice would you want to hear? You want to hear a raspy man on there talking about something? What you want me to do for you? Like what?
Right. Turn left. You turn left.
Wait, do your movie voice?
Movie phone.
Hi, welcome to Movie Phone. PHL 17 American Express.
That's you gotta do the directions.
I know, right?
Like,
so what? I mean,
no, I was just about to say. I think it's funny that that's being said because it was always a thing where men's voices were heard more than women's. Mm-hmm. Especially in a room or in a crowd or in meetings or anywhere like that, right. That those would be the voices that you would listen to or people would yield to, or was always the voice that was almost like we were programmed to believe that was the right answer that came from the man's voice.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you get choices though. Like they
you can change it.
Yeah, you could change it, and there's different even dialects. Like you can do a
accent.
Yeah, the dialect of like a European on Australian or Nigerian, whatever. So there are choices now, but I didn't think of staff. Like I just I didn't totally
think of staff
agree.
either.
Yeah, I don't totally agree with that, but depends on, I guess, everybody's perspective. Because if the person who put the meme up might,
but they've all been, even the navigation person in the car. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know we have Siri and Alexa, but I don't know if the lady in the car had a name, but the navigation lady, I don't know, but you could change that voice too.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they are.
And I think all three of us are saying the same thing. It's guidance. It's nurturing. It's
I think it's another one of these narrative to be divisive, to split the community up. For me, it was. The voice is soothing, right? I would rather hear that voice. I mean, it reminds you of mom, right? Like, you hear that voice. Not only that, the woman who did the voices got paid, so it gave a job to somebody, and she got paid for it. And that's the only voice you want to hear. It's very rare that I listen to somebody using Siri and I hear a man's voice in there, because you can't switch them.
But I never hear anybody switch it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? They always want
the preference is
the preference is the woman, right? And so that tells me that that's what America, that's what the world wants to hear. It's the woman's voice that makes them feel comfortable, right? So I don't see it as people listening and we're training people, we're teaching them that all women are just going to be staff. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't even think they got a point. So I can't even be like, yeah, they kind of play. No, they don't. Because even to the point of Lady Estott saying that, prior years ago, all you heard was like movie phone, right? It was always men.
Right.
Now it's kind of like, we don't like the voice.
Right. And I think it's even in leadership. Like now it's more emotional intelligence versus the militant way. So it was like more abrasive, more, aggressive type of leadership. Now it's more, what seems to be the problem? How can we make you successful? And that's more feminine versus the masculine approach.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so just going to give y'all a quick little nugget. Susan Alice Bennett, Cameroon, born July 31st, 1949, is an American voice actress and former backup singer for Roy Orbison and Burt Bacharach. I think that's how you say it. She is best known for the female American voice of Apple Siri personal assistant, since the service was introduced on the iPhone 4S on October 4th, 2011. She was the voice of Siri until iOS 7. Update was released on September 18th, 2013. Now, I guess 2013, they either are still using, I don't own an iOS device. I'm sorry, I just don't. So But yeah, I didn't look up, what's the other one? Alexa. I didn't look up Alexa. But you heard, I didn't change any settings on Alexa. It was a woman's voice. Right. So that says a lot about the voice that the world wants to hear.
The preference.
Yeah, so kudos to the women out there voicing these personal assistant devices. The real question is, where's the diversity in the voices? Now, that's the real question. Like, I want to hear... I want to hear Rashida.
I was just about to say, you don't want that.
I want to hear Rashida.
You don't want that in your life.
I want to hear Rashida or Day Day.
Because my question is, how do they... I'm like, is it a robot? Because how does this real person sound so much just like a robotic device? So she's just talking through something, almost like somebody would be, what'd you call it? What he used to do all the time?
Oh, like auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Yeah. Well, what they do, and someone, if you're listening, watching, you can send us an email or something like that, clear it up for us. But for the most part, from my understanding, it's kind of like how you train Alexa to know your voice. It's a series of words you say, right? And they probably gave her a couple words like I am, it, they, all of those type of words, right? And the AI duplicate those words to make it sound like what it is. So they probably gave her like a script of maybe a couple thousand words, I'm sure, because it's very extensive. You can have a conversation with Siri.
Mm-hmm. So we can have Rashida change it from I do not have to I ain't got.
I ain't got. Yep. I ain't got.
I ain't got that.
I'm sure all of them use the Queen's English, though. The Queen's English. But yeah, so I think that was interesting, though.